Hello students, welcome to online classes of Shemstar Global School. This is Nabila Fatima and I am here to teach you all social science. In this video, we will do revision of second chapter of history, that is expansion of British power in India. Our first topic under this chapter is mercantilism in India. It is a system where a country generates wealth through trade. So, mercantilism is a system where a country generates wealth through trade with the other countries. In mercantilism, export should be more than import. Mercantilism was the main economic system of trade between 16th to 18th century. Portuguese wanted to trade with India. The Portuguese are the people of Portugal. They wanted to buy spices from India and sell them in Europe in order to make money and become rich. The Portuguese, led by their captain Vasco da Gama, landed in Calicut in 1498. The Portuguese came to India and took the permission from the local ruler of Malabar to do trade with India. The Portuguese became the first European to carry Indian spices abroad with them. They became very rich. Traders from different European nations came to India. Attracted from the wealth of India, other European traders like the Dutch from Holland, Danes from Denmark and the French from France landed in India to trade with India. Flourishing trade led to the fierce competition between these trading companies and they became rivals of each other. The two important European trading companies were, first is the English East India Company and the French East India Company. Now let's study about the English East India Company. It was formed in 1598. The English East India Company was founded by some English merchants in 1598 who wanted to trade in the West. In 1600, Queen Elizabeth granted a royal charter to EEIC, that is the English East India Company. In 1698, the EEIC received a royal charter from Queen Elizabeth I to do trade with the Eastern world. It gave the EEIC monopoly over trade for the period of 15 years. So, the charter gave the EEIC monopoly over trade of 15 years. A royal charter clearly meant that no other trading group in England could now compete with East India Company. The company will be sole trader to do business with India. The company now had a right to undertake voyages to new and unknown markets from where it could buy goods at cheaper prices and sell them back in Europe at higher prices. The Mughal Emperor Jahangir gave permission to EEIC to set a factory. The Mughal Emperor Jahangir issued Farman permitting the English East India Company to set a factory at Surat. In 1612, the English East India Company established its first factory in Surat after receiving Farman from Jahangir. Later, trading settlements were established at Madras, Bombay and Calcutta also. Trade yielded enormous profit to the company. They also took advantage of the unstable political condition of India and began to interfere in the internal affairs of India, and gradually they became the master of this country. The French East India Company. French are the people of France. French arrived in India in 1664. Following British, French came to India in 1664. The FEIC was largely dependent on government finances and was therefore subject to strict government control. They established their first factory in Chandanagar and Pondicherry. The French factories were established at Chandanagar and Pondicherry. The French also established their presence in some other territories on the eastern and western coast of India, including Karaikal and Yanam. Dutch and Danish East India Companies were also established in India, but they did not have any significant political power and remained confined to the role of merchants. Students, this is your today's assignment. This assignment contains 3 short answers of this chapter, which you have to write in your fair copy. This is question number 1. This is question number 2. And this is question number 3. Pause the video, write the answers carefully in your copy and send me in the form of PDF in Google Classroom.